Alright, Fire Goddess here, and today I am back with another video. Excuse me. This is not a hair dyeing video. This is just, I wanted to do a video in the snow, but it's cold and I'm sick-ish, and even though I went out a little bit today, I just don't know if I want to do this video in the snow. Maybe I'll do a video in the snow tomorrow, but today I just wanted to do this. I just decided I'm going to be talking during the video while I'm dyeing my hair, so something interesting for you guys. You know, kind of like oh, she's dyeing her hair, but you know, she's talking too. So I thought I would make a video today, turn on the fan, about my grandpa. And in March, I'm going to be doing a celebration for him. And yeah, that's going to be in March, and I'm going to make a video about it, and it'll be great. But today, I decided I want to make a video about my grandpa. He passed away December 2nd of 2020, and it's been hard on all of us. And I just want to say a disclaimer: if you are someone, a family member, or even not a family member, who really is sensitive to a lot of things, then don't watch this video. You know, I will be saying dead body in the video. I will be saying dead, passed away, died. You know, I will be saying that. Like, and I'm not gonna, you know, censor my words on my video for people. So if you're too sensitive to it, don't watch it. So, a little recap. My grandpa passed away December 2nd, 2020. And when he was there in his apartment, I was with his dead body for 3 hours before they came to get him. It took literally like 30 minutes just for someone to come, and then 40 minutes just for to talk to them on the phone, the funeral home, because they had to ask us a bunch of questions, and then like an hour and 40 minutes just for the funeral home to come, and the funeral home was like right across the street. So like, I just don't understand. Also, you guys are probably wondering, you know, hey, you're wearing a pink shirt, maybe you shouldn't get hair dye all over it. I really don't care about this shirt. I hate it so much. It makes me look like a kid sometimes. Not that there's anything wrong with looking like a kid, but I myself don't want to look like a kid. I'd like to look like a woman, and I just don't, you know, I don't like it. You know, it's, I'm growing out of it, so I just, you know, I don't care if I get hair dye on it. I've got nicer clothes, in my opinion. But, I mean, you know, so I just decided to wear this. Anyway, so yeah, I was with his dead body for 3 hours. And I wanted to talk about the dreams I've been having about him. And I think the reason I'm having these dreams is because I saw his dead body and was with it for 3 hours. And I wanted to explain the dreams I've been having because a lot of people have different experiences, and I just wanted to tell you guys my experience. So the first dream I had about him was, I think, a couple days after his passing. I had a dream where he came back to life. His dead body actually came back to life. And he was in my place, and he was doing dishes and cleaning up. And I'm just like, what the heck? And it was kind of scary for me a little bit, because I'm like, aren't you, like, dead? Aren't you, you know? I'm going to get some scissors to cut the tip. Anyway, aren't you like, gone? Like, how'd you come back to life? I mean, it's cool because I miss you and I want you to be alive. But then after he was done cleaning, he just kind of said, "No, I need you to do this and I need you to do that and I want to do this for you and I want to do that for you." And I was like, "Okay, but what's the point of this? Like, what the heck is going on?" And so then he laid back down on a couch and passed away again. And that dream was not okay. Like, that dream just, like, put me back in the denial phase of the grieving process because, I just, sucks. Even though I had seen his body, I still was in denial because of the dream. So then I had another dream where we knew he was dying, and if anything bad happened to him, we knew right away. And this was a couple days later, I believe, after I had that dream. We knew right away that, in the dream, we knew right away that if he got hurt, he would die. So he tried to avoid getting hurt. But for some reason, I was in this basement of this kidnap house that's in my dreams. I have this dream, and like, you know how you have certain locations in your dream? Well, in some of my dreams, I have a kidnap house location, which is really weird. So I don't know what's up with that, but anyway, we were there, and he was like, "Oh, I can get us out of here." I'm like, no, you can't. No. And he like jumped on the ceiling and was trying to hang from it, but he fell, and then his body became dead. Then I woke up, and that put me back in the denial phase again. And then I had another dream. And before this happened, I was like, at night, I was like, "Dreams, please. I don't want to be upset tonight. I don't want to be in denial." I'm like, "Grandpa, please, if you're out there, if you're controlling my dreams, please show me the reason why I couldn't make it to you in time, because he died 4 hours before I was supposed to see him. And then when I got there, he had been dead for quite a while because for some reason the ambulance wouldn't take him. They were like, no, your mom's coming on an airplane and she's the beneficiary anyway, so we're just going to leave him in his apartment until your mother arrives." Like, it was bullshit. But I was on my way to see him and take care of him, and he called me saying he felt like he was dying 4 hours before I got there. Anyway, so I was like, "Grandpa, please show me, like, I know there's a reason for everything, but I want to know, how come I wasn't with you in your final days? How come I wasn't with you in your final hours?" And I went to sleep, and I had a dream where he kind of showed me. We were in his place, and it was his final days of death, and he was going crazy. And he was yelling at me and being mean to me and throwing shit at me. And I was like, "What the heck, Grandpa?" And he's all like, just being crazy is all I ever can be. And I'm just like, and he's like, throwing stuff at me, like I said, throwing shit at me, throwing stuff at me. And then saying how he's really mad and stuff. And I think that was his way of telling me that he went crazy before he died. No! Cat's one in. No! I think that was his way of telling me that he went crazy before he passed away. And he kind of did. We found some notes in his home. And things he wrote before he died, basically. And he was definitely going a little berserko, but that's our happy gramps. Crazy. So when I woke up, I was happy, and I was like, okay, now I see the reason I wasn't supposed to be with you is because you would have been crazy and mean, and we would have fought, and yeah. So I got over that. I had been dealing with it for weeks. I was like, I just am so upset that I couldn't see him in time. But after I had that dream, I got over it. And I truly believe that was him showing me the dream. So, basically, these dreams were about my grandpa's body coming back to life. And it was really weird because, like, when he comes back to life in my dream, in some of my dreams, he is lively and stuff. But then when he dies again, he's like gray and stuff. But that's not how his body was when he died. But in my dreams, he's more gray and decrepit because it's been like weeks since his passing. So I know his body will be like that, even though he got cremated. However, these dreams kept putting me back in the denial phase. Like every time I was dreaming, like these dreams about my grandpa's body coming back to life, I just was put back in the denial phase again. And I really hated it because I wanted to move on and be happy. You know, my grandpa would have wanted me to move on and be happy, you know, for myself and for other people and all that. And all he really wanted me to do was succeed in life. And it's sad because a couple days before he died in real life, I had a dream where I was in his home, and he took me. He was like, I'm going to die in a couple days, but I want to show you what the other world is like. And he pulled me into this like cool dimension. So that was pretty cool. But I wish I would have listened to the dream. I didn't know it was his final days. Anyway, so with that being said, I wanted to talk to you guys about grief a little bit and how to deal with grief. There is no right or wrong way to deal with grief as long as you are not hurting yourself or anybody else physically or emotionally. Then, then you're fine. But if you start doing some bad shit, that's the wrong way to deal with grief. So, for me, there's the 5 stages of grief, right? And everyone sometimes thinks that there's a time limit on them. The 5 stages of grief I've learned, losing 2 people in 2020, it's not in order, first of all. You could, go to any phase any day. And there is no time limit on the phases. There's just a time where you will feel one of the phases, and it'll last for whoever knows long, and it just happens like that. But for me, it doesn't happen in order a certain amount of time. What I've noticed with my feelings, and I've learned this over many times in life, just let your feelings be your feelings, because if you don't, then you can't be familiar with them and you can't learn to deal with them in the future. So for me, I was allowing myself to grieve. I was like, okay, if I'm upset, I'm upset. If I'm angry, I'm angry. If I'm in denial, then I'm in denial. As long as I'm not doing anything bad and not hurting anybody. Also, yes, I will dye my other side of my hair, but I got 2 things of hair dye because I got long hair and one bottle doesn't cut it. So, anyway, so a lot of people try